What's going on, everybody? I'm back. All right, so I haven't made these inspirational, motivational videos in a long time, and I'm just winging it today, but I had something really important I want to share with everyone. But before I do, as you guys know, I'm slaying with real estate, running these huge businesses in New Jersey and PA. It's crazy, but I'm going to start doing this because I love doing this stuff, and I love inspiring people, and I love bringing good energy and get everybody fired up, you know? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna make some more, motivational videos myself, but what I started doing, and I already did some mock ones, is I'm having my friends on. Like any of my friends who have a great story to tell or wanna jump on here and have like a podcast format where, I talk to them and they share awesome stories or inspirational things or just, I can ask them thought-provoking questions. I'm gonna start that soon. Like I said, I already did a few and they're hilarious. Like the funniest, greatest little mini podcasts. And I'm gonna start a whole video series on that. So that's coming soon. But with that said, I want to talk about something important today around energy. As we all know, energy is everything, from the cosmos and universe and the stars and creating the whole, solar system to us as human beings being able to get off a couch. We can't move without using energy or exerting energy. So with that said, I've said this before in videos, like energy is everything. You need to conserve and maintain and figure out ways to boost your energy because you have that finite amount each day of energy and then it's depleted and you have to go to sleep, So how do we boost our energy? Now, almost everyone I know, whether they're strangers, friends, whoever, say to me at some point, they always say, Mike, how do you have so much energy? It's insane. I've never seen anything like it. Like, where do you get it from? How do you have it? How do I get more energy like that? And at first glance or first thought, I'm like, I don't know. I just have a ton of energy. I have no idea. But if I think deeper about it, there are some things that I do that really contribute to boosting the crap out of my energy, like huge. So I'm gonna share some of those today. Before I do, one thing I do wanna say is my family, like my mom especially, and my dad, he can go hard and nonstop. He's got a ton of energy, but my mom has that bubbly, super high energy and enthusiasm. So that's been passed down. And so in my DNA and genes, I probably have more energy than normal, so that's one thing. But there definitely are a lot of things I do that boosts my energy tenfold. So I'm gonna share those. All right, so number one I wanna talk about, and you might think this is obvious, but I wanna say a few things about it, sleep. So I get, on a consistent basis, not every night, but on a consistent basis, over 8 hours of sleep, sometimes even 9. And it does something around giving myself so much natural energy. None of that jittery coffee, caffeine energy. Like I well up with euphoric, like unbelievable energy because of that. I feel it because some nights, like once in a while, I'll get 4 hours of sleep and I'm draggy just like everybody else. I'm like, oh man. Now here's the thing. And some people say to me, they're like, oh, well, I function great. I'm fine all 4 or 5 hours or whatever. And I tried getting 8 or 9 hours and I felt so tired and like crap. Well, here's my answer to that. Of course you did, because your body gets used to whatever you do. Whatever you practice, you get good at, period. That's just how the human body evolves and works. So if you're used to getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep and your body adjusts to that, then when you get randomly 9 hours, you're like so tired, your body's shocked. It doesn't know how to respond, and it doesn't like that at first because it's unfamiliar. So you gotta get it consistent. So if you start getting 8+ hours consistently, you'll notice that natural energy boost. So I'm serious, try it, do it consistently for over a week and you'll start to be like, wow, I feel unbelievable, So that's one thing. Number two, a big thing is around diet, but I'm gonna be specific about that because everybody knows you should try to eat healthy. But diet, 2 things I did that completely changed my energy. Number one, and I will say this, everybody's different, so not every person metabolizes everything the same. So this might, take these with, for what they're worth, but they do really, really make a big difference in many people's lives. Number one, I cut out eating a lot of bread and grains and pasta. Once I cut that out, I noticed a huge difference. Back in corporate America, when I used to eat tons of turkey sandwiches, hoagies and all that stuff, like midday, you'd start to sink. You'd be like, oh man, I need a nap. I'm tired at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Cut all that out, energy skyrocketed. Now, eating your Chinese food, pizza, whatever, once in a while, totally fine. I don't think that does anything. But on a consistent basis, if you cut out a lot of the wheat and bread and pasta and all that stuff, huge, huge difference. The second thing is more around your health. So you live a healthy life and you're not 60 years old having bypass surgery and literally on a ton of medication and stuff. That second thing is getting rid of all the preservatives and chemicals in foods. So whether that's candy and all the dyes and chemicals and sucralose and this and that, to your coffee creamers and equal sweet and low, those creamers, those regular creamers at Wawa are terrible. Look at the ingredients. There's all these like chemicals I can't even read. So you don't want those chemicals that kill rats. So they're probably not good for us. So get rid of all the chemicals. In pork, bacon, sausage, you look at the ingredients, it's not just the fat, it's those man-made horrible chemicals that they put to like preserve things and stuff. So get rid of Yellow Lake 40 dyes and like horrible. So I do never have any of that stuff. And I've tried it before and I do notice a difference. So any of the crap that's really bad chemical wise, get rid of that. That's even worse than the bread and pasta. The bread and pasta is not that bad for you. It's just, it'll deplete your energy, you know? The bad stuff for you are all those man-made chemicals and preservatives, like sodium nitrite, stuff in hot dog, horrific for your body. Like you're literally ingesting toxins, and who knows, your ailments and problems you have later in life could be from that, who knows, you know? So I'd say that's another important aspect and something to consider is your diet. The next thing, staying organized. Clean your house, keeping your car clean, keeping your office and documents clean. This might sound silly because sometimes, you know, I spend a good amount of time cleaning my house and stuff, and it's like, well, if I didn't do that, I could be spending more time selling real estate. But it's like, I don't think of it like that. I think of it like those things motivate me and contribute to me living a cleaner life all around and being more productive. So when I'm cleaning my house and organizing my paperwork and my computer and my office and just keeping everything spick and span, I literally am more energized and motivated to go out and crush it versus I'm a mess, I'm unorganized, that's not a good way to live, and thus it decreases my energy versus I'm all organized, I'm all set, I just clean my whole house, I'm feeling great, let me go attack the day and crush real estate, crush everything. So stay organized is another thing. Lastly, I want to talk about exercise and meditation. Exercise, I don't have to touch on that much because everybody knows. Try to exercise, whether that's running, walking, lifting weights, playing sports. I love playing basketball. So getting out on a court feels great. Playing tennis, ping pong, my favorite sport ever. If anybody wants to challenge me in ping pong, 100% down because I'm going hard in the ping pong table tennis arena. I love it so much. So I would say, get out there and exercise. But the other thing is, and I'm briefly going to touch on this, is meditation. So you might think that's a little woo-woo and like, oh, does that really work? Here's why it works. I'll explain it to you. So we live in a chaotic world. There's 7 million things going on, as we all know. And we need to take a break from our thoughts sometimes. Because think about it, if you start being self-aware of how much your brain is in overdrive all day, thinking about to-do lists, what you have to do, your plans, your work, this and that, your brain is always going so fast. And as we know, our brain consumes a ton of energy, maybe the most. I don't know what the science is behind it, but our brain consumes so much energy. As you know, if you're stressed, that's just your thoughts. And think about that. That can deplete your energy. So that proves your brain and thoughts contribute to a lot of how much energy you have. So the meditation, if you sit, like put a timer on, shut your window, sit on your bedroom floor, and just clear your mind and close your eyes for 10, 15 minutes a day. And just don't think about anything. It's tough at first maybe, but if you practice it, just like anything, you practice meditation, you'll get good at it. If you can I can completely clear my thoughts out of my head. If you can get to that place, the impact is unbelievable. Even 10, 15 minutes a day of just silently closing your eyes and not thinking about anything, it gives your brain a rest. Your brain is like a muscle. It works to, create thoughts, and it's doing millions of calculations a second for me to move my arm here, do this, stop at a stoplight while I'm driving. Like your brain's constantly working its butt off, so its brain off. So give it a rest. So that's why the meditation works, and I would definitely highly suggest that. When I started meditating only a few months ago, it literally changed my life. It's crazy in a great way. Like my amazing energy I had before, double, triple, so wild. And the last thing I'll say about it though is, as I've gotten older, I've gotten better, and this is something to think about, channeling my energy appropriately and controlling it. Because when I was younger, my energy was unbridled. It was nuts. I was off the rail. I was going crazy. It was just shooting out of me, running around like a wild man. Now, I have even more energy than when I was younger. I'm getting more energy every year, and I think the reason is because I channel it better. I focus it better. I'm not all over the place like a crazy man. I'm literally very focused. So like a laser focus, that's how my energy is. And I know when to conserve my energy, when to use it, when to let it rip, all that stuff. So with that said, there's a few tips on boosting your energy. Get out there, let's crush it this year, and here we go.